Alrighty, gonna have a go at these drawers now. I'm gonna do a divider because I might have to put just if somebody's sitting on that after a time it's gonna get weak, so I'll put a divider in, make two drawers, and I can always put a support underneath. I think on the bottom here I'm just gonna do maybe a hinged door or something like that. I was thinking of putting drawers in there, but if I leave it open then you can just ram stuff in there, basically shoes and things like that. We'll see. But anyway, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to concentrate on that. So I've got to get the fridge out again, get that out, so I can give me access to get the drawers and that in. Yeah, I've done the same thing again. Put a rebate on the bottom for a bit of plywood or masonite, hardboard, whatever you call it around the world. So they'll sit in the bottom. So these are going to be two nice sized drawers as well. You know, heaps of storage. A little bit further on, I've got these drawers made now. I had an awful job with this wood being warped, but anyway. So, they're nice big, you know, plenty of storage in them. So all I've got to do now is make some two drawer fronts and then decide what I'm going to do with that bit down there. Okay, put the drawers in, got the drawer fronts on. I'm struggling a bit because a lot of the wood I'm using is just old stuff I've had lying around. We've got to stick to a budget where we can and just got to make do, unfortunately. But this was an old tabletop which I've cut down, but yeah, it's going to be, yeah, so I'll probably put some holes, in there again, a bit like I did with the other doors. I'm just going to pull these out now and just put an edge around these drawers with the router. Got the drawer fronts done, I've got the bottom done. That's just going to be, at the moment anyway, that's just going to be a drop down. I'll have to figure out some sort of latching thing for it, but that's basically just going to drop down and then just give me access to that space under there where I can store some crap, no doubt. So that'll be that, and then we got the drawers. So okay, we're getting there. Probably sort this piece out next to do with the dunny, because I want to incorporate some piece of wood to stop it from rattling out as I'm driving along, and then have a think about this and start thinking about a sponge seat, whatever, to go in there, because I'd like two-piece one, so you know, if you want to use the dunny, you just got to remove half of it, so you still got storage sort of thing, rather than having to remove the whole thing. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use this. Basically, I'm going to rebate out the top of it, so this then fits flush, but obviously back in line with the doors, and then this piece will hang down. Basically like so, and then that will stop this from just walking out, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see. I'll give you a better idea of what I've just done. So that's going to go on there like so, and then hang down with that lip, and then hopefully that will stop that dunny from rolling out. Alright, got that all fixed on there. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. If it's, I don't know, I could probably, the dunny could still probably work out once this has got a sponge and or the seat cushion on it might be a bit better. Anyway, I can worry about that again. Well, got that bit on as well. All I've done is used a couple of these little clips. So we just line it up. There, that just locks in. So that's, I don't know whether I'll put a hole in here to get that off or just leave it like that and have it as like a secret sort of cubby hole, but I might even change that, but that'll do for now. So I've got holes I've got to do in there so I can stick the finger in like the other drawers, and then yeah, think about what I'm going to do as for staining it, painting it, or what. Okay, on to the next. Alrighty, just put that piece back in. I'm just giving it a test coat of paint. I'm thinking about doing it black-ish. It's a job to see it in this light, but you can still see the grain sort of thing. I've got the holes drilled in here, so you can put your finger in, open them up. Bottom one's done. So yeah, just trying to decide whether to do it black or no. I don't know. Okay, I just put the fridge back in just to have a little look, and I've stained the front of the drawers. I've stained those and all around there. I've got some sponge cut. Alrighty, so a few times I've been getting in and out. You feel like you want to grab hold of this to help you to get in, and I got a funny feeling this is going to end up getting smashed, ripped off one way or other. So what I might do is move that in around inside the cupboard, just inside, so I can still get to it easy. So that's that. So the only thing left in here is to try and figure out what to do in this area, try to figure out what to do in that area, move this thing inside out the way, and then try and figure out some storage ideas for that. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. I've remade that panel. Hired up the solar and the 12 volt, and that gives me a bit of space underneath for maybe the water tank monitor when I get around to doing that. So the fuse is now just inside, so all I gotta do is take this panel out and I can still get to that. But at least that's out of the way. I'm going to feel a lot happier that it's not going to get ripped off or smashed, and it's easier to do it now than it is to repair it later on. I'll just put a little bit of spray in the bottom shelf. I've installed a little piece of wood that comes up here along and across the top. That way the fridge and the drawers on the top sit against that, and it'll just space it off the wall there a little bit. Plus the main thing is it will give me a little bit of access down the side of it for bringing a couple of wires up to that top tray on the top, so I can put like 240 in there or USBs, whatever, but it just gives me somewhere to get the wires down through to go underneath or to this thing, the inverter. Yeah, first look at some cushions. We decided to go the other way around. Instead of doing the grey with the red or orange, we decided to go orange with the grey, just to be different. So underneath, this is all going to get carpeted, so it's not going to damage these. These things are all made to fit in around. We ended up having to go to a professional upholsterer in the end. Only cost us just over $200, $120 each actually, I think they were. So don't mind that at all. and they're all removable, washable, so great. What I've done is I've just put a carpet down onto this side just to protect the new seat covers that we got over there. So it's nothing special, just a cheap bit of carpet, cover that hinge, stop it ripping holes. Okay, just made this shelf and I've painted it red and then wiped it off with a bit of Terps. It's still wet, but I thought that would then sort of contrast with that.